Hello, friends, welcome back to another episode of Dewdrops podcast series. I am Jensen. In this series, you will hear inspiring thoughts, message, actionable tips, and strategies from different books that I love that you can implement in your daily life to become a more effective person. Thanks for spending time with me today. Let's begin. The lesson we have for today is, what are your standards? Demand more from yourself and from those around you. If you really want to make a change in your life, you have to raise your standards. Have a zero tolerance policy for mediocrity, procrastination, and behavior that impedes your best performance. Your standards could be, for example, to always tell the truth, to always be punctual, to really listen to people until they are finished, and so on. Hold yourself to high standards and what is of the same or even more importance. Set boundaries for those around you. Boundaries are the things that people simply can't do to you, like yelling at you, make stupid jokes around you, or disrespect you. Communicate clearly and make it a habit to address anything that bothers you on the spot. Remember what the proverb says: in the right tone, you can say everything, in the wrong tone, nothing. The art is to find the right tone. Practice saying things in a neutral tone of voice, like you say, the sun is shining. If somebody is overstepping your boundaries, inform them. I didn't like that comment, or I didn't like you talking to me in that tone. If they go on, request them to stop. I ask you to stop talking to me like this. By now, most people should get it, but there are always one or two that continue. If that happens, insist. I insist that you stop talking to me in that way. If all three steps don't help, leave. Walk away neutrally, stating, I can't have this conversation while you are. Let's talk later. So, the actionable tips here for this lesson is, write down the following things you will no longer accept in your life. All the behaviors you will no longer tolerate from others. All the things you want to become. And the next lesson we have for today is, adapt an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful for what you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. Listen to Ofra. Be grateful for what you have every day, and you will attract more things to be grateful for. Gratitude recharges you with energy and boosts your self-worth. It's directly linked to physical and mental well-being. The attitude of gratitude leads you directly to happiness and is the best antidote to anger, envy, and resentment. Let it become part of your nature. Be grateful for what you have, for all the small things around you, and even for the things you don't have yet. Don't say, I will be grateful when, like I did for many years. Take the shortcut. Be grateful now, no matter what, and make gratitude a daily habit. Start the day by saying thank you for what you have instead of complaining about what you don't have. This will have an immediate effect on your life. Focus on the good things that you can find every day. The following exercises are part of every one of the process of coaching. Do them and observe what happens. So the action steps here is: make a list of everything you have in your life that you are grateful for. Write down everything you can think of. For 21 days every day, while write 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for that day in your journal. Before going to sleep, relive the moments, relive the happiness. The next lesson for us is the magic of visualization. The best way to predict the future is to create it. These are the line by Peter Drucker. Visualization is a fundamental resource in building experiences. The subconscious part of your brain cannot distinguish between a well-done visualization and reality. This means that if you visualize your goals with a lot of emotion and in great detail, your subconscious mind will be convinced that it's really happening. You will then be provided with a motivation, opportunities, and ideas that will help you to transform your life into that desired state. What am I saying? Can you practice sports by pure visualization? Well, actually you can. There are various studies that confirms the power of visualization. As early as in 80s, Tony Robbins worked with the US Army and used visualization techniques to dramatically increase pistol shooting performance. There have also been other studies done for improving free throw shooting percentage of basketball players using the same technique. The results were amazing. If you look closely at athletes, they all visualize their races and matches. Look at how skiers, Formula 1 driver, golfer, tennis player, and even soccer player visualize in game situation. The more emotion you put into it, the more of an impact it will have. If you do this for 15 minutes every day, over time you will see enormous result. Make time for your daily visualization, either in the morning ritual or in the evening before going to bed. It can be helpful to make a collage of images that represent your goal on an A3 sheet of cardboard and put it up on your bedroom or somewhere you can see it. Buy some journals and cut out the photos that represent your goals. You could also create a screensaver of various photos of your computer or desktop. If your goal is to wealth, put a photo of your dream house, a photo of dollar bills, or whatever wealth means to you. If you search for vision board on Google, you will surely find lots of examples. Look at your collage every day 5 minutes after getting up and 5 minutes before going to bed, and imagine yourself vividly with your goal already accomplished.